Well, just a terrific game, and what a terrific ending to the home season, playing in front of our fans here. It's really incredible. Senior day, there's tons of emotions, distractions even, and so for our guys to be able to come in and do exactly what we asked them to do, live up to the big moment, and that's what they came here for, and so really proud of them, and just so appreciative, of our fans and the support that they give us. I got almost emotional in the pregame stuff, watching our seniors, all those guys, especially Mark, out there with his family and his son. And then, we're doing starting lineups, and I'm looking around at the fans, and I was distracted, to be honest with you, and I was just so thankful, feeling really blessed to be able to coach in this building, and very thankful for our team and the opportunity to coach those seniors, and shout out all the other guys because they did a terrific job of really answering the call and saying, hey, let's do whatever it takes in this game to win it for these seniors, and so just very appreciative of that as well.
You're probably getting sick of me early in the season asking you why you can't get to the free throw line. Some of those early games. Today, you shoot 23 or 33 free throws, make 26 of them. Obviously, makes a huge difference in a close game down the stretch. Just how did you guys end up getting better at that? Like, has it just been kind of how the offense has become more fluid, or like what's happened?
Yeah, I think exactly what Elijah said, right? Because getting a piece of the paint, so we chart that, right? We chart paint touches. That's a really important bench stat that we keep up with, and almost every media timeout, when Doc remembers to do it, he'll give me an update as to, hey, that media, we won the paint touch battle 6-4, or we lost it, right? Because obviously you want to get your feet in the paint offensively, and that's a huge focus. Now, how do you get there? Offensively, running different things, emphasizing it. I think the ability for us to run our offense fast and physical and play off of our shot fakes has led to the fact that we've been able to get in there. But so much of that too, those guys just getting on the offensive glass. It was just an unbelievable effort that really won the game for us in the second half, to be able to go and get those extra possessions. And a lot of those were fouls. They were and ones. And then AJ and Elijah going up there and knocking in their free throws was huge. But we definitely weren't shooting enough early in the year. Okay, I heard you, Shane, and we made the adjustment. So give you credit for that one. It's good.
And, you faced some different types of adversity in individual games here during this winning streak, like that you've been able to overcome. I think this is the first one I remember where, the other team kind of rallied multiple times, like when it looked like you might kind of put them away. Just what would that show you about your guys this time around, that they, handled that when the game got close after they had double-digit lead?
Yeah, again, go back to the laser focus, prop that Coach Burke did. I think it really points to that, right? And we talk about, okay, the adversity that's going to happen in a game, it's always going to be there. How do you respond, and what do you do with it? And I think now we're really growing, and we're learning to say, okay, I didn't get a call on that possession, or I made a mistake, or I missed a shot, but allow me to really move on to the next play and shift my focus back towards my teammates. And if I'm doing that, then I'm really going to lock in on the game plan. And those are things that are hard to do earlier in the year, right? Especially as guys are figuring themselves out. They're figuring out their role. Everybody, coming here wants a little bit bigger piece of the pie and early in the season, but the adversity that we've gone through got everybody to the point where it's like, hey, it doesn't matter. Let's really trust. Let's do what's best for our team, and then we're all going to shine and we're going to benefit, especially when you're winning. And so that's kind of where we're at right now.
Noah Williams coming in starting +2 at the end of this. I'm just a little curious. What did you kind of see with him being out there on the floor, giving a different look in your starting lineup, and how big is it for you to get to be able to tinker with that kind of down this final stretch, see what lineups could work?
Yeah, well, we wanted to give him an opportunity to start on senior day. Noah's a guy who's played a lot of high-level basketball over the last 6 years. And so coming here, he'd been out for a season, and, he's kind of been up and down for us. But I'm thankful that he's here, and he got that opportunity to start. And I know it meant a lot to him to be able to do it, and he played really well when he was certainly in there. And gave us a great spark. He was very aggressive, right? Guy gets up 7 shots and 10 minutes. He's pretty aggressive in doing that, but he did some really nice things, and he tends to do that for us in stretches and practice each and every day. And when his number is called, he's typically ready.
And then talking a little bit about the physicality, I mean, tonight shooting less than 40% from the field, and to be able to scratch out a win like this, is this the type of physicality that you're looking for this team come Pensacola time? Are you at that level yet, or do you think there's still a little bit more to go?
Yeah, I think we're getting there, right? I mean, it was a physical game, and I tell our guys all the time, when you see me getting on the officials, I'm never asking for a foul when you're going in and shooting a layup. Your job is to finish a layup, finish it through contact, figure it out. So if I'm getting on the officials, it's about something else. I'm asking for, something else, a screen or something else like that. So I'm never on to them about that, to be honest with you. So our guys know that, and I just tell them, I say, hey, if they're going to allow this to be a physical game, you need to have the mindset that it's going to be advantage us. And so we're really developing that, and it's a great time to develop it because you got to figure out ways to win games when you're not making shots, and today's a great example of that.
Sort of on the same note, I mean, how much of a game changer is A.J. Smith, a guy that only goes 1 for 5 but still creates just a plethora of second chance opportunities?
It's huge, right? And AJ's just such a selfless person and teammate. It's not a secret. He doesn't get as many shots as he used to get last year, right? But he came here because he wanted to win. And so he's sold out to making the winning plays. And he does so many things out there on the court that you wouldn't understand unless you were, in scout. You were in the walkthrough and on both sides of the ball. And, we've got guys that are playing at a high level, but he's got a lot to do with it, even though it's not always on the stat sheet. Guys like Mark, Bryce, Elijah, X, they're the beneficiary of him out there making winning plays that we really, truly value that aren't always on this stat sheet.
And you've spent 3 years with Mark now, and he wasn't able to play last season. What was it like to see him come out of that tunnel before the game for senior day ceremonies and just see the crowd get so rowdy for him?
Well, it's really special. We go way back with Mark, right? We coached against him when he was at Tennessee State. I was so thrilled when he went into the portal and we didn't have to coach against him again. And then when he left Illinois State, we did everything we could to get him, and we were so thankful. And last year was a hard year, and I remember specifically the weeks leading up to our senior day at Moorhead last year, and I asked him over and over and over, and I called his mom and his dad, and I said, listen, do you want to do senior day? And he was adamant. He said, I do not want to do it. I want to play on my senior day, and I can't play this year. And we didn't know where he would go, and he had opportunities to go anywhere in the country. But so that was a big moment for me because I know what senior day meant to him, having that conversation a year ago. So for him to be able to play his senior day, get a win, and play as well as he did is really special.